Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome once again to another episode of Wayne's Arsenal. Wait, this isn't Wayne's Arsenal. I'm not even playing a game. Yes, you know exactly what this is, boys and girls. This is a tier list. And these are our lucky ladies this time. All 33 of them. If you can recall, a few months ago, I posted a tier list a while back. But give me a quick moment to pull that up. Give me a quick moment. So, remember this? Remember this list I made all the way back in July, on the 4th of July, like a few months ago, where the top overall waifu was Ochako, and then you have like literally all the Persona 5 girls be up there on the top tier list. And a couple of characters you might not have heard of, like Megumi Akura, Quiet, Usagi, Robin, probably know Robin, Jericho, Tsukio, Celica, Barbara, Melanie, Kagura, and Hinoka. You get the picture. But this time, unlike that stream, we have something different. Well, we have something different for you, brothers. Remember, these are the girls that missed the cut from that tier list all those months ago. You may notice that that Mithra wasn't on the original list, while Pyra was. Because back then, I was playing Xenoblade 2 for the first time, and I liked Pyra. I mean, let's be honest here. I like Pyra more than I do Mithra. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that. But anyway, there are a couple of characters from Genshin Impact, 2 Yu-Gi-Oh characters, a character from Neo Genesis Evangelion, a character from Bravely Default, or Second, and Fire Emblem, and you got one Persona character, which you may probably already know is Naoto Shiragane. So, unlike before, where it's just gonna be like a crap fest of lag and whatnot. Between July and now, I have an Ethernet cord that is hooked up to my laptop right here, so there will be no problems. And I'll give you a little update since July. July, in Genshin Impact, you've had Inazuma, which adds Kamitatsu Ayaka, Kujo Sara, and the Shogun. Who I'll get to the Shogun gets all these characters later, but for right now, the list is still the same. But instead of yes, 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 yes from the previous stream, I replaced it with Jackpot because it's easier to say. You got Jackpot, please marry me. She's pretty good and could be better. Yeah, I don't know enough. I'm not a negative person, so there will not be any trash waifus, but I've seen some trash waifus, but I am a respectful person, and I'm not going to disrespect anyone on their choices of waifu. So there's that. I'm not a mean-spirited guy. I'm not a mean-spirited guy. Well, not yet anyway, but you get the picture. But let's begin. As you can tell, the first character on the list is Misato Katsuragi from Neo Genesis Evangelion. She is essentially one of the head members of NERV, the company in charge of the Eva mechs, like the ones that Shinji and Rei and Asuka, who missed this list, who missed the cut for this list, by the way, because I'm not really a fan of blonde-haired tsunderes. But you still wonder that, and I have Mithra up here, but that's a different story. Misato is basically Shinji's mother figure, mommy figure. She has a pet called Pen Pen, and just because of that, the first character up here will go in. Well, don't know enough. Go here. Next up is Marl from Chrono Trigger. Marl. Well, Chrono Trigger, if you don't know, is a game that was made in 1995 for the Super Nintendo, which made in a crossover by Squaresoft, or Square Enix, which is now known as Enix. Squaresoft were the people made the Final Fantasy series, and at the time, the first 6 Final Fantasy games. Enix was in charge of Dragon Quest. So, Dragon Quest is known for its character designs, which were designed by Akira Toriyama, who's the same guy that designed the characters for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. If that makes any concrete sense. Marl, she's a princess but she's a tomboy. Doesn't want to act like a princess, like stereotypical type of thing. So her in Chrono Trigger is one of the main facets to why the plot begins. She has this bracelet, which later on you go into the Millennium Festival with Chrono. It acts up and it causes an unintentional time wormhole that sends Marl 400 years into the past, or the medieval age. And then later on at the end of the game, it's implied that it's canon also that Chrono and Marl do end up marrying one another. So there's also that. Her weapon is a crossbow, and she uses magic as well. Mostly healing magic and ice elemented magic. It was the 90s. They didn't have Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga, Fireга, Thundera, Thundaga, Waterga, Eraga. They didn't have any of that yet, anyway. Not until Final Fantasy 7 or 8 you get those spells. Marl, she's pretty good. Speaking of spells and magic, you get Rita Mordio from Tales of Vesperia. If you can recall, on the same tier list where I brought in Estelle, Rita and Estelle are best friends, but that happens after she gets introduced. She gets introduced as a thief who steals a Blastia core from Yuri's hometown. But in reality, she only steals it so she can do research on it and turn it into like a weapon or fixes it or something. Her weapon, she's a short, hot-tempered, scientist who hates it when people interrupt her for menial tasks and foolish things. Her weapons are, she uses a scroll, a book, and she uses magic. And in my mind, Estelle is the best overall waifu in Tales of Vesperia, but Rita is a close second in my book. Let's put you here. Then, for the next two characters, from Rika Takanashi's case, they're her best friends. First off, you get Kumin Sayuri, who is the reason why the Far Eastern Magic Society of Napping of Summer is the reason why napping is in the first place. Kumin, all she does is sleep and nap, but she kind of relates to both Rika and Dekomori, especially when Rika gets depressed after an event happens where she realizes her father is long gone, and so Kumin tries to become tries to use the Jiao Shingen, or the Wicked Eye, and become Rika for a bit to try and cheer her up, but that didn't work. Kumin has more common sense than most of the girls in this show. Even more so than Nibutani, who's supposed to be the head girl in things, but in reality, just like Rika and Dekomori, she was a closeted Shunibyo. She was called Mori's Summer for a reason. She's pretty good. Put you right here. Speaking of Dekomori, you get Sane Dekomori. The first thing you may think is, Wayne, why the hell do you have this lolly on this list? Well, Twin Tails has like giant weights weighing her down, like claims since she's a giant Shunibyo and everything, and she considers these weights on her hair to be called her Mjolnir hammer, and she's kind of the crazier one between her and Rika. But, however, even with all of that, Dekomori is probably the smartest student in their high school. She was top of the class when she, as a freshman, and was going to be top of the class in the future anyway. She ended up winning a class presidency over Nibutani, since she, in essence, set her up and revealed to the school that Nibutani was in reality Mori Summer and other crap like that. Regardless, you're pretty good. You need to get Sabrina for Pokemon. Sabrina is the gym leader of Saffron City. Her specialty is Psychic type Pokemon. And it's also implied as well that Sabrina is a psychic. No, she is a psychic. No implications there. She's a grade A psychic. A psychic with psychic powers. A pretty good one to be exact. But anyway, in the anime Pokemon, the original series, Sabrina was treated as like a menacing psychic who turned Ash, Brock, Misty into dolls and almost killed one another. And then she kind of snapped out of her trance until Ash temporarily caught a Haunter, and then, the Haunter made Sabrina laugh for the first time in a while. Besides that tidbit, she's a really strong psychic trainer, especially in the first generation of Pokemon, where psychic types barely had any weaknesses, and the only Pokemon that were strong against psychic types Pokemon were the Ghastly line. However, they were part poison type, and Generation 1 was essentially the Wild West of Pokemon. There was no abilities. Physical special split didn't happen yet, and literally everything was broken in the game. Where for you can just use the Alakazam and just sweep a team, just like that. You're gonna go between Misato and Rita. Now we get to my favorite part, Yu-Gi-Oh! The best card game in all the world. Screw Magic the Gathering, screw Card Fight Vanguard, screw Force of Will, screw Weiss Schwartz, screw Pokemon, the trading card game, screw Dragon Ball Super, screw Force of Will. You get the picture. Akiza Izinski. She is a member of Team 5Ds. Her deck that she uses are based around plants and the summoning of Black Rose Dragon. Or in later cases, thanks to a recent Yu-Gi-Oh set by the name of Dawn. No, it wasn't Dawn of Majesty. It was Lightning Overdrive. That was a set that came out earlier this year, where Konami released a upgraded version of Black Rose Dragon called Ruddy Rose Dragon, or Blood Rose Dragon, that's his name in the original version of the card game. Akiza has psychic powers, like Sabrina. But unlike Sabrina, she learned to, well, suppress her power and used her power for good. At first, she was considered the Black Rose Witch and was a part of the Arcadia movement, thanks to a guy named Arcadia, or Sayer in the dub. And that was until she met Yusei, Leo, and Luna. That's when she had a change of heart and helped Team 5Ds out, and later ended up having a crush on Yusei. And in probably the closest thing that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series will have to a love confession, and it wasn't even dubbed. That is the closest thing you'll ever get to a concrete relationship in Yu-Gi-Oh! After dueling, Akiza became a doctor. Jackpot. Well, next up is Alexis Rhodes. She is a member of the Obelisk Blue dorm in Duel Academy in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. She is considered one of the best duelists in Duel Academy. Her deck that she uses is the Cyber Angels, where originally her ace was Cyber Blader or he totally escapes her. Well, after she got the Cyber Angels, it was like Cyber Angel Dakini, Cyber Angel Natasha, and wait, I'm skipping a generation. 3 generations to be exact. Alexis came back in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 as a member of the Fusion Dimension with even stronger Cyber Angel monsters. That's where she gets Cyber Angel Natasha, Cyber Angel Vrash, which can destroy any extra deck monster summoned whenever she's summoned on the field. And heck, even though the Cyber Angel deck as a whole isn't a good deck in a way, bits and pieces of the Cyber Angel deck have been seen in meta decks in the past, like Cyber Angel Edaton or Benton. Cyber Angel Benton is literally the go-to card if you want to use a light attributed ritual deck. Just ask the Drytron deck. They use that as an extender since Benton can search out a ritual spell or a light ritual monster from your deck when it's sent to the graveyard, either by being destroyed by battle or card effects or just being sent there as a ritual summon. It's pretty handy it's pretty handy. And because of it being abused in for the Drytron deck back when it was meta, Benton got limited. And Cyber Angels were even a problem in Duel Links. But unlike Benton, who got off unscathed, it was Cyber Angel Dakini, since whenever it attacks something, you can make an opponent send a monster to their graveyard. Sending is probably even worse than destroying a monster or banishing a monster on the field. You just send to the graveyard, no effects, trigger, or anything. However, after she gets possessed by the light in season 2, Alexis, she has the most wins out of all other female protagonists in Yu-Gi-Oh! But all of them were by non-major players. She also has a crush on Jaden. She's pretty good. Now, next up, you got a new character on the mix. She has literally been around for about a year. Name is Toa Higarashi. But don't let the name Higarashi fool you. She is not related to Kagome Higarashi. In reality, she's her cousin-in-law. Because Toa is a twin daughter of Sesshomaru and Rin. You know, from Inuyasha. Toa is from the show Yashahime, which is the sequel to Inuyasha, which involves Toa, Setsuna, who is Toa's younger twin sister, and Mora, who is the daughter of Inuyasha and Kagome. Since Sesshomaru is fully demon and Rin is a full-on human, Setsuna and Toa are half-demons. So, like how Inuyasha dealt with in the original series, in full moons, they will lose their demon powers. But, unlike Setsuna, back when they were children, her and Toa were separated after a forest fire that was taken care of by a couple of spoilers I can't mention right now. And a time portal appeared and sent Toa back into the present day. You know, like in the rest of how Kagome was sent to the feudal era. And instead of Kagome being there, since Kagome stayed in the feudal era after she graduated high school in the events of Inuyasha to marry Inuyasha. Man, that sounds confusing, but it doesn't matter. Toa was adopted essentially by Sota Higarashi, Kagome's little brother. And due to her being half demon and not knowing that, she was excellent in sports and athletics and getting first place and everything, while Sota telling her to suppress her demon power and abnormalities, since Sota knew about Inuyasha back when he used to visit the present day back all those years ago in the original Inuyasha series. Toa comes off as a tomboy. And she's pretty tough, even though she doesn't want to kill anyone. But like her sister Setsuna, Toa can transform into a dog demon form whenever her emotions get the best of her. In essence, since they're twins, both Setsuna and Toa both get abilities from their father Sesshomaru. It's too much to get into. Just know. Jackpot. Next up is the Dark Magician Girl. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, there are 7 monsters you need to know about that are synonymous with the game Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Magician, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Elemental Hero Stratos, Stardust Dragon, Firewall Dragon, Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, Predaplant Verde Anaconda, Divine Thunder Double A Zeus, Ash Blossom and Joyous. I'm screwing with you. One of them is the Dark Magician Girl. She is probably the most notable card in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Behind the protagonist Ace Monsters, like Dark Magician, Neo, Stardust Dragon, Utopia, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and Decode Talker, and now Seven's Road Magician, and other rival cards like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Armed Dragon level 10, Red Dragon Archfiend, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, DDD, Alexander, and Borolo Dragon, and Drag Ears and 7s. Regardless, Dark Magician Girl is the most popular card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Every time you see Dark Magician Girl, you see cosplay, anime, winking, her tits that got censored in the U.S. release of the Dark Magician Girl and every other subsequent release. That's all I'm gonna say. You get Candace next from Pokemon. She's the gym winning. Her main Pokemon that she uses in Diamond and Pearl is Abomasnow. But in Platinum, she gets a Frostlass. If you don't know, Frostlass is the female evolution of Snorunt. Which, until Platinum, Snorunt can only evolve into Glalie, male or female. But enough about that. Even though Candace focuses on focusing in the cold weather of Snow Point, she is pretty hot-tempered and feisty. She's pretty hot too. Speaking of pretty, she's pretty good. Man, I'm going to hell, aren't I? Next up, you have a string of Genshin Impact characters. First off, you got Jean Gundyr from Mondstadt, the Dandelion Knight and the Lion Knight also. Her main element of choice is the Anemo element. And the first 5-star Anemo user, besides Venti and Kazuka and the Traveler. Well, first 5-star character that is not the Traveler. The first thing that pops into mind when it comes to Jean is her due diligence and wanting to stay on task and do her job as a knight of Favonius. But on small occasions, she reads romance novels. She eats pizza. Her favorite food in the game is mushroom pizza. Even though I think mushroom pizza sucks, but I'm not one to judge on one's personal choices. Jean, her main thing, like her stepsister Barbara in the previous tier list, she has a sub thing where she heals people. Like, every time you deal a hit, there's a small with her, she has a chance of healing the party. By the way, I mentioned stepsister. Barbara and Jean are stepsisters. Jean's mother married Barbara's father, if that makes any sense, and their parents divorced and they went their separate ways. But after realizing all that happened, it's basically a struggle for both Jean and Barbara to actually hang around like actual siblings while dealing with the fact that their parents are no longer together. Put you here. Next up, you have Kamisato Ayaka from the Inazuma region. She is the third 5-star cryo user. No, the fourth 5-star cryo user. But the second 5-star user that actually uses a sword. Eula uses a great sword. The thing about Ayaka is that she's the princess of the Kamisato Commission. But she is the I forget what her official title is. Think of her as like a princess. Think of her like a snow princess. But unlike Yukiko, she's warm and likes to be around people. All of her movements are with grace, like her cryo abilities and her abilities, like the Kamisato art Sometsu. Her constellation is of a small of a swan or a crane, and her abilities focus on how fast she is and stuff, and realizing how the fact that she's probably the cutest waifu in all Inazuma. Yes, I said it. She's cuter and more wholesome than the Shogun, Sara, and Yoimiya. I will go to my grave with that. Another thing. Ayaka is voiced by Erica Mendez. She's the same person that voiced Bernadette von Barley in Fire Emblem Three Houses, who was on the previous tier list in Ryuka Matoi. Jackpot. Next up is Kujo Sara, the Shogun's right-hand man, or woman, or lady. However the hell you say that. She is the representative of the Kujo Commission, but she's not. Even though her name is Sara Kujo, in reality she was adopted by the Kujo clan whenever she was found in the mountains. If you don't know, Sara Kujo is a Tengu warrior. During her burst in idle stances, she will materialize wings. The same wings that a Tengu is known to manifest in Japanese mythology. Her whole theming is based on crows and Tengu. Her element is electro. Moves with the grace of five Tengus and trying to take out the opponent at once, and the fact that her obsession with 5 is more ridiculous than Gildo Mista's obsession with the number 4 being an unlucky number. But unlike that, 4 is an unlucky number in Japan. But not in Japan. Well, Inazuma is a Japanese-based region in Tavat in Genshin Impact, so yeah. Sara has an obsession with the number 5. She does 5 warm-up reps. She has 5 armies. She has 5 bows. She has 5 Shogun statues. She probably has 5 wings too. The thing about Sara is that she's a tsundere. She could be better, but she has a chance of being better than both Dekamori and Marl. However, she's could be better. Give me a moment. Next up, speaking of, we're going on a streak of Electro users now. Next Electro character you got is Lisa from Mondstadt. Lisa is Genshin Impact stereotypical One-san, or Ada type of woman. She's a voluptuous mage. I like voluptuous mages. They make me tingle a bit. Well, she can literally do that since she uses electro. She's electro element based. Thing about Lisa is that also she is the greatest scholar that Sumeru has ever known. And regarding her vision, she was thinking about a vision and then it materialized. She got a vision just by thinking about it. How weird is that? But after doing research on the said vision, she learned that, like every gift with God, there comes a price. Originally, in the beta of Genshin Impact, Lisa was slated to die for two reasons. How many anime characters do you know with the same hairstyle as Lisa and ends up dead? Mercedes she would die anyway in Three Houses if you don't save her. Ichigo's mother died in Bleach, and lots of other characters died with that same hairstyle. But if you want to know more about that, ask someone who has no life in Genshin Impact. She's a better mommy figure than Misato. Next up is the highest selling character in all Genshin Impact. The Raiden Shogun. Or Raiden I if you've done everything. Speaking of Electro in the past 3 attempts, the Shogun is the fucking god of Electro and the god of Inazuma. She's the god of Inazuma. Her powers are unmatched, even by the other gods of Tevat. She's probably stronger than Venti, but not in the god of Fontaine or the Pyro Archon. But she probably, in terms of experience, she's not up there with Zhongli since he was the oldest Archon, or Morax, Rex Lapis. He's the oldest member of the Archon of the Archons until he stepped down and became a regular human. He's still a god. But... So, some of the biggest memes about the Shogun is that she has big tits, and she materializes a katana, a electrical katana from her tits, and then just does whatever she wants and just slices people down. And then, even though she materializes a katana in her ultimate attack, her main weapon of choice is a fucking polearm. Or spear. Yeah, a fucking spear. Other than that atrocity, she has a past with Yae Guji or Yae Miko, because they were once friends until the Archon War happened, until the Shogun got corrupted by the Futsui into doing the Vision degree. Thanks, Traveler. And the Shogun's banner came out on September 1st. My birthday was the 17th, a few months ago. I rolled for her, and I got a gold light, which means you've gotten a 5-star character, either a character or weapon. He was an Electro user, alright. It was Keeching, not the Shogun. Even though I'm still kind of bitter about that, the Shogun is still she's a damn good character. There. Next up, you get Lady from Devil May Cry. Lady, or Mary Ann Arkham, is a devil hunter who is technically a hybrid between human and demon. But she's more human than demon. Her main weapon of choice is the Kalina Ann, a giant bazooka or rocket launcher named after her mother, who was killed by her father Arkham to gain power. Originally, she disliked Dante because of him being a demon, for whatever reason. But until later realizing that Dante isn't all that bad, even though Dante is probably the biggest dick in all of them. Devil May Cry that's not named Virgil, but still. The most people tend to pair Lady up with Dante. Because, I mean, Dante's the only girl that he flirts with on occasion, and she reciprocates. Trish, She wanted him dead in Devil May Cry 1. And there's probably no romantic tension between the two. Not anymore, anyway. It's probably implied that Lady and Dante have redacted. You know what I mean. Just look at the fanfics. Besides her killing hand, she uses guns and a shotgun. Lady is also pretty good at dodging a Devil Trigger stinger by Dante. But Lady always shows up at Devil May Cry, the business, not the game. But she doesn't leave. However, maybe, Dante and Lady, they probably have more than meets the eye. She's pretty good. It's Diamond and Pearl time. We can't talk about Devil May Cry without mentioning its protagonist. Well, its female lead, Dawn. In the anime, she was focused all about Pokemon contests and winning them with her Piplup. In the game, well, it's just that her main Pokemon ace is Piplup. And in my opinion, she's my favorite Poke girl, Poke companion, behind, well, besides May and Lily and Misty. Dawn's my favorite. She's my favorite one. And unlike with all the other ones, Dawn can actually hold her own in an actual battle on occasion. Let's put you here. Jackpot. You get Tharja next up. And Tharja is the Fire Emblem equivalent of a yandere. The first thing that Tharja thinks about is Robin, the player character in Fire Emblem Awakening. Even if you marry her or not, she will obsess over Robin, regardless of the fact. In the future, she does have a child. Her name is I forget her name. What's her name? Give me a second. No. Noir. That's her name. Her name is Noir. Her daughter's name is Noir. She also has a chance to give birth to either Lucina or Morgan, depending on who her husband is. If it's Chrom, you get Lucina. If it's Robin, you get Morgan. Besides Tharja being one of the biggest yanderes in all the series, she's a damn good mage, damn good scantily clad black mage. Let's put you here. Remember what I said about Diamond and Pearl? It's a good region in sense of games and all, but the games are too slow. But my favorite generation of Pokemon is the Unova region. Coming up, you get one of the two female leads in the show. The first one you get is from Black and White 1, Hilda. Or White in the Pokemon Adventures manga. Well, there isn't much to know about Hilda, but in Pokemon Adventures EX, her main Pokemon is that of a... I don't even know. The main thing they had in Pokemon Masters was the Pokewar. She had on a diamond dress with Diancie as her partner Pokemon. In the manga, she's in charge of the Black and White Talent Agency, where her Pokemon there is a Tepig. And people pair her up with people tend to pair her up with N. Yes, N. I'm not gonna say his whole fucking name, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. I don't know enough about Hilda to justify putting her up here. Hold on, hold on. Slow your roll. Hold on a moment, my computer is acting screwed up right now. Oh look, it's Guilty Gear Strive, a trash fighting game. That's not gonna go well with the test audience. I don't care what they think. Well, besides Ayaka, the next character on the list was Naoto Shiragane. She is the detective prince, but like I said, she. Naoto Shiragane, even though she dresses like a boy, she's a girl. The reason why she dresses like a boy and acts masculine is due to the fact that detectives are usually male, so she doesn't want to get she doesn't want to deal with sexist behaviors by her male counterparts, so she well ends up becoming a male. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm thinking about Naoto's gender and everything, and sexuality is walking through is the equivalent of walking through eggshells. I don't do that here on Wayne Hendricks. I'm gonna put you here. She's best girl. Best top tier fighting game character also in Persona 4 Arena. How many characters do you know that has insta kill moves as part of their combo strings? None. Not many. You get air. Oh, damn it! Not again. I don't care about Guilty Gear Strive. You get Ayaka next from Celadon City, who is the gym leader of Celadon. She is a grass type user. She is a relaxed, quiet individual who likes planting flowers and being around flowers, and likes to be relaxed and not deal with stress or troubles and Pokemon trainers like Ash Ketchum, who set her gym on fire in the anime. But other than that, her ace Pokemon is a Vileplume, which is the evolved form of Gloom, which is in essence the evolved form of Oddish. She could be better. Bianca. She's one of the two rivals you get in Black and White 1, the other being Sharon. Unlike Sharon, Bianca doesn't care too much about battling and stuff. Heck, her father didn't even want her to battle at one point because of how dangerous it was. Bianca eventually ended up becoming a Pokemon professor's assistant. She ended up becoming a assistant under Professor Juniper in Black and White 2. So she helps with the Pokédex and stuff in Black and White 2. Her main Pokemon, if you want to be technical about it, her canonical Pokemon, ace Pokemon is a Stoutland or Samurott, whichever one comes first. She's alright. You get Luca next, who is the first girl Chrono meets in the game. Her and Chrono are childhood friends. And judging by how she looks, Luca is she's a scientist. A very smart one nonetheless. The thing about Luca is that, like I mentioned before in Marl's case, I guess I'm going to design the characters for Chrono Trigger. Make a guess on who Luca is based on. Time's up. She's based on Bulma, who also missed the list. I didn't want to put her on the list because I don't want Vegeta. I don't want Vegeta blowing up my house. There's that. Luca, she's the one responsible for fixing Robo, a party member of yours, and she's literally the main catalyst for why the plot of Chrono Trigger happens. She makes the device that sends Marl back into the past, and makes and ends up making a time machine in Chrono Trigger. And she was the most distraught out of all the members when Chrono did die, but was later brought back. Luca, on the other hand, has a bit of a tsundere side to her. I hate that, but you can't complain. She's a smart tomboy. You gotta love it. Here you go. Next up is Lysiana Strauss. My pick for Natsu's true wife, unlike Lucy Hartfield in Fairy Tail. Until she was presumed dead, her and Natsu were close and friends. She was the one that helped Natsu meet Happy, since Happy was hatched from an egg in Fairy Tail. Don't tell me more about it. But Lysiana, like her sister and her brother, focus on a magic called crossover magic, which she can turn into. Well, in Lysiana's case, she can turn into an animal, like a cat or something. I like Lysiana. She's one of my favorite waifus in Fairy Tail. I don't know enough about her to justify anything, unfortunately. You get Lissa from Fire Emblem Awakening next. Lissa was originally the character I was going to have Robin in my playthrough of Fire Emblem Awakening marry. But due to me being inexperienced in Fire Emblem and foolish, I killed her. But this time, I'm not going to let her die. Lissa is the younger sister of Chrom, who is technically considered a princess of Ylisse. She's a princess. Doesn't act like one, though. She's a prankster. She's a damn prank. She pulls damned pranks on people. She barely dresses like a princess and acts like one. She's like Marl in that case. But when it's all said and done, Lissa will always be there when you're needed the most. And like Tharja, Lissa has a child from the future. A son, nonetheless. A son that believes in the power of the Eye of the Wicked Lord and quelling his sword arm. Owain. Yeah, that's her son from the future. Owain is known for naming his sword attacks after previous Fire Emblem games, like Radiant Dawn, Path of Radiance, Thrust of 776, the Blazing Blade, the Binding Blade, Shadow Dragon, Mystery of the Emblem, Echoes. Oh well, it was Gaiden back then. You get the picture. Jackpot. Yeah. Hold your horses. Hold your horses, Mira Jane. We're not done yet. Mira Jane is the older sister of Lysiana Strauss. Like I mentioned with Lysiana, she has crossover magic, but Mira Jane is considered one of the strongest members of Fairy Tail. Her and Ursa Scarlet, who missed the cut also, were rivals back when they were growing up. Mira Jane was the stronger she was stronger than Ursa back when they were kids and growing up. But once things changed and whatnot, she became more relaxed and caring about her family. But when her family is harmed or any of her friends of fairy tale are harmed, she will not hesitate. Powers. Her crossover ability turns her into a devil. A devil. And literally, I know all about Mira Jane because before I watched Fairy Tail, Mira Jane was my girl. As soon as it pops up, it'll go up there. And please, right there between Luca and Tharsha. If it works. You got to be kidding me. Hold a moment, please. You gotta let this thing warm up. Okay, there you are. Next up, you get Morag, Lead Air, from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Morag, she is the Special Inquisitor of Moradane. Her blade is Brigid, and her main weapon of choice is whip swords. You know, like the same sword that Byleth uses in Three Houses, the Sword of the Creator? It's like that, but she uses two of them. She is the literal aspect of tomboy when you can literally think about it from an objective point of view. When you look up the word tomboy, you see a picture of Morag without her hat. At first, Morag opposed Rex and Nia and Pyra and Tora, but then once Torna was interfering with her plans, they worked together and stayed with them until the end of the game. Like with Rex, she's the only blade-eating human. Because Zeke is a blade-eating human, because technically he's a blade-eating human. Nia is a blade who is a flesh-eater, and Tora is an Opon. She's pretty good. And she likes to do the more... She's dramatic. Extremely dramatic. You may believe it or not, there's not many people in the jackpots here. Not many of them. After Morag, you get 5 more characters. Next up on the docket is Mithra. Then you get Pandy, then you get Rosa, then Idia, and then Gardenia to end things off. I think 30 characters is better than the 50 so I did on the previous one. That's for sure. Never gonna do that shit again. Stream froze for now. Regardless, I'm gonna keep this up. Let's keep going. I have 5 characters left. I have 5 characters left. I shouldn't stop like I shouldn't stop like this. I'm still here. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Don't you love technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen? They are a pain in my ass. Regardless, let's continue. Let's see if I can keep this up. Okay, there we go. There we go. Thank God. I was about to be pissed. Well, granted, the same thing happened to me last time, but yeah, before we get to the final 5 characters, which you see right here on the screen. Take a look at the list. What do you think of it so far? Is it pretty good? Or is it just plain awful? Give me a quick moment. Mainly, my thing is about waifus is that you can pick whatever you want. Just don't be an idiot over them. You know? That's my whole saying. Be pretty good. Don't be toxic. Don't be an asshole. Be fun. You don't need to see that. What, did I not put Hayasaka Aya up there again? Just know, if Hayasaka got on the list, she'd be a jackpot right then and there. She'd be between Naoto and Akiza. That's for sure. Just know, she'd be a jackpot. Or Ibihara, she'd be in the second tier too. Or Ai Sonomura? Well, that's a game, not a waifu. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about here. Regardless, let's finish this up. Mithra, Xenoblade. She is the Aegis. Mithra, powerful, strong, big tits, scantily clad, can't cook. Tsundere. Under all that, Mithra is a damn good blade to use. Mithra, like Pyra, wanted to help Rex get to Elysium and the World Tree. And after an event where Pyra gets captured by Torna, Rex realizes the truth and he becomes a master driver, which ends up becoming the blade for it becomes Phenuma. The fusion between Pyra and Mithra. But the main point of Pyra and Mithra's adventure to go to the World Tree with Rex is to finally rest, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because Mithra especially has a bit of guilt after destroying a whole continent with her power in 500 years ago in Torna. She still has regrets over that to this day. You're gonna go here between. You're gonna go right here on the top. But you're not. You're good. You're better than Lisa. You're better than Lisa. But you're not better than Lissa. See what I did there? Speaking of, you get one more blade, you get Pandoria. The blade of Zeke von Gembu, the bringer of chaos. Otherwise known as the Zekinator. Pandoria is a electric elemented blade. Like I mentioned before with Morag being the only human besides Rex. A long time ago, Pandoria, well, Zeke was about to die, and with how core crystals work and blades work, if the driver dies, the blade goes back to its core crystal and forgets everything about that driver, as essentially has their minds wiped. So, Pandoria did the one thing that she could do to preserve her driver's life, and that's take a piece of her core crystal and embed it into Zeke, prolonging his life and him, in essence, becoming a blade eater. Pandoria also plays around with Zeke's oddball nature, and him being the bringer of chaos and actually participating in his skits in his jokes and skits. But when that's not happening, Pandoria tends to insult Zeke about all the things he likes, like saying Atom Super Cakes, Ember Cakes were the best thing ever, and how she was embarrassed of him after along with Pyra, saying after seeing he and Rex just bellowing out saying, "I'm going to protect Pyra against the World Tree." You get what I mean. That's why Pandoria is the best. She's best Blade. Pyra might be best girl overall in Xenoblade, but in terms of realism, I would rather have a girl like Pandoria or Nia. To be honest with you, Pyra is literally too perfect. Mithra is a tsundere that can't cook and would tear you a new one. But Pandoria would at least help you in being goofy. There you go. Yes. Look at this right here. Pandoria is a higher rating than Mithra and Pyra. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. I am definitely going to hell. But I don't care. I don't give a damn if I go to hell. Next up, you get Rosa from Black and White 2. She's essentially your main character in Pokemon Masters. Literally, all the memes from that game come from her doing her thinking pose, which you see right there. And the fact that her hair buns are as big as Princess Leia's hair buns in Star Wars. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, by the way. She's also an actor too. She's an actress in Pokestar Studios and considered to be one of the best actors in Pokestar Studios. Her sync Pokemon is a Snivy, which later evolved into. I did Pyra on my previous tier list. Let me show you that right quick. She was on a previous tier list. Give me a quick second. No. Not that. This was the previous tier list from July, right here. This was the previous one. Pyra is right there, between Misaki and Yukiko. And I should also mention that the tier list you see that I'm doing now it fits with this tier list, but the characters that were on the tier list I'm making can be on any one of these slots that I put on each of their categories on this list. Like Ochako is probably not my best overall waifu. It probably ends up being Ayaka or even probably gonna end up being Ayaka, but get what I mean. But enough of that. Rosa, Snivy, Servine, Superior, memes. You go here. Second thought. You go here. Memes, Jack. I'm always a sucker for memes. You love them, don't you now? You love memes. Next up is Adia Lee from Bravely Default / Bravely Second. Bravely Default, Bravely Second is a spin-off of Final Fantasy. It focuses more on job classes and crystals. Adia is a fool who uses a part of the Empires of Sky Knights. Shit. I'm mixing things up here. It's been a long time since I played Bravely Second. But her main weapon of choice is a katana. And she has a really good getup. I don't know enough about her. Okay, let's make a couple of before I get to Gardenia, let's make a couple of changes to this list here. A couple of quality of life changes. First off, Lysiana, you're gonna go here. Kumin, you go here. Marl, you go down here. Satsu, you go right here. Aki, you go here. Mithra, you go here. But she's not better than Pandoria. She's not better than Pandoria. But in context, Pyra will be on the top of the list too. She'd be up there too. So yeah. She'd be up there too. But she'd be better than Mithra. But not better than Pandy. Nia would just barely crack the jackpot list. Bravely is technically a spin-off of Final Fantasy. Is technically a spin-off of Final Fantasy. Technically, it is. I mean, it still shares all the things that Final Fantasy was known for until it became more about open world exploring and action JRPGs. Think of it like it's still a spin-off of Final Fantasy. It's just Bravely does what Final Fantasy used to do and makes it better on its own accord, if that makes any sense. Switching back to the previous tier list, I'll go ahead and tell you now. Nico Robin is out. Wait, Kumin is already up there. Well, damn. Never mind. Kumin's already on the list. Corrin is going up 2 slots. Robin's going down. Ingrid is going to where Kagura is. Aoi is off the list. Fuka goes up to the top tier list. Tokaha goes down. Megumi Tadokoro goes up to about where An Hinata are. Ayaka would go either above Ochako or between Ochako and Orihime. Futaba and Haru would go up a slot, but they'd be Haru would still be better than Futaba, but neither would be better than Rika. Makoto goes up, but she's not better than Sucrose in my opinion. Robin, Robin's good and all, it's just the fact that her devil fruit, it does a lot of weird things. Just imagine one thing, she can materialize, I don't want to say this out loud, but, well, correction, Robin stays on the list, but she stays up there, just barely. I have Toshigi up there, Robin, and if I wanted to, I could have put Yamato from the Wano arc up here, but she'd be down to don't know enough since her storyline is still going on. Nami would be pretty good, but not better than Robin, because Robin's more she's more interesting than Nami is in a way. And I'm taking Melanie off the list, taking Jericho off the list, putting Usagi up a bit. Hifumi goes down, Byleth stays, Yukiko gets above Taya, but not above Annette. Ray goes up to where Noelle is. As I mentioned before in the past, Asuka Langley Soryu missed the cut, if you believe that or not. She missed the cut. So did Lucina. Ah, crap, I forgot. Two more characters. I forgot about Kaguya Shinomiya, Ai Hayasaka, and Larxene from Kingdom Hearts. It's too late now. I can't do anything about that. Anyway, let's get back to Adventure. Finally, you get Gardenia. She is the gym leader for Eterna City in the Sinnoh region. Her main specialty is grass-type Pokemon. Gardenia has a happy-go-lucky gym leader who likes trees, nature. She's scared of ghosts, but she still likes going to Eterna Forest and does some pretty questionable things if you've played famous Pokemon ROM hack Pokemon Light Platinum back in your day, which I have. It's damn hard and pretty good. Gardenia is pretty tough. She's probably one of the few gym leaders to actually have a starter Pokemon as a Pokemon. Yeah, she has a Turtwig as one of her Pokemon that she uses in her gym battle. Her ace is Roserade. Gardenia is good. Don't get me wrong. No one's better than Erika, in my opinion. She's not a better gym leader than Erika. So there's that. That's the list. This is it. This is it right here. The whole list of characters. I think I should do a oh, I said for Gardenia too, but it's in the Sinnoh region. I like Can. My favorite female gym leader is Candace. Then you get Gardenia. I don't really care for Maylene or Fantina that much. Maylene is the type of girl that Spike Spiegel loves to beat his ass, like Faye Valentine and Bebop. But then again, it's unfortunate that Bebop the Netflix version of Bebop got canceled, and the fact that the actor they had for Ed is getting death threats and everything because of how bad the show is. That's something you don't do, especially with someone whose first acting gig was live action Bebop, and she's being told to die. We get it. Live action Bebop is not as good as the original anime. That doesn't mean you send death threats to a 13-year-old girl who didn't know any better and wanted to be in a film or show. Sometimes you can't help that most Netflix anime shows are duds. I mean, Death Note was a dud. Bebop is a dud. One Piece will probably be a dud. But all the other anime they had, like actual anime, like Kakegurui, is good. Straight Crooks is good. Komi Can't Communicate is good. And they even have JoJo up there. Well, Stone Ocean mainly, but yeah. All their anime is good. It's just their live action stuff sucks so much ass. Just know that next time if I do this list, I'm going to speed run through the previous list and then put all of them up there at once, while adding 3 other characters. Well, 4 other characters, and that being Kaguya, Hayasaka, Ai Ibihara, and Larxene, and seeing how it truly fits. I want One Piece to be good. I want the live action show to be good. That's the one thing I hope is good. Bebop sucked. Well, Death Note sucked. But how can those shows suck? But live action Bleach was good. And same with live action Gintama and live action Full Metal Alchemist. They were all good. But Death Note and Bebop both Bebop and Death Note sucked. What's with Netflix? Sometimes you just don't know. You don't really know, honestly. Maybe it's due to lack of direction, or something. I don't know. I don't know. What is going on here? But anyway, did you like the list? Even though I know most of your characters that you liked weren't up there, unfortunately. Again, I apologize for that. Let me go and save this list. Direction? Oh yeah. The direction of a show dictates how good it is in my honest opinion. If it's not good, then the show is gonna suck ass. But if it's good, then the show has a chance of either being average or really damn good. That's my honest opinion of it. I mainly hope they don't screw it up. They don't screw it up. I want to see Gomu Gomu no Rocket in live action and not have it be messed up. I want that to happen. Just give me that, Netflix. And I won't ask for anything else. Okay, how bad did I do? Yeah, that is true. Live action things are more limited in what they can show. Like, I mean, with the corona still going on, I mean, you can't expect a whole pirate ship of people just around just going to sail and going to random islands. I mean, because you can't really do that. So, what do you think of my little slideshow I got here as the intermission? Oh, that showed again. Guess I'll do this for the next few minutes until I end everything, just to look at the intermission and just relax and talk about things in life. There's a reason why I did this stream on this day in particular. A reason, a legitimate reason that doesn't have anything to do with the list at all or anything. Today, today was the birthday of one of my best friends, Jasmine, who would be 24 or 23 right now. The reason I said would was a few years ago. A few years ago, she passed away a few years ago in a house fire. She was one of the first friends I made in high school. That's why I wanted to make this some stream in dedication to my friend Jasmine. It's been 3 or 4 years since that happened, and I still miss her with my heart to this day. There's a couple of things I do in her memory now. Like, I have a couple of decks for you. I have a deck in Yu-Gi-Oh that I basically made in memory of her that I will never take apart. I have a Pokemon in Sword and Pokemon in general that I named after her that I won't release or even use in battle. And lots of things have changed since then. And if Jasmine, if you're here around just watching the stream up in heaven, just know that I miss you. I miss you with all my heart. I wish you were still here. Even though now I don't think you want to be here in this hellhole you call Earth. But it is what it is. Life goes on. You can't predict it. You can't do anything to stop life as it goes on and on, time and time again. Yeah, it is sad to... I wonder how people are gonna take about this tier list on social media. I'm gonna post this tier list later in Shibuya and see what happens. So I know Wynn's gonna love the fact that Ayaka and Mithra are top of the list. But my main thing about this is, if you like a waifu, you shouldn't have to make over it. Besides, you don't have to make a list. You don't have to make a ridiculous list proving how much you like a character. All it does is divide fandoms and friends over the characters you put over one another. Like, if you weren't here and if I was more popular, I'd probably be getting roasted over the fact I put Pandoria over Mithra. And I still stand by me putting Pandy over Mithra. Hey, look at Shu Mako on. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with my choice. If anyone gets mad at me for it, they can make a list of their own. Maybe not quote me in it. I hate being ratioed. But it doesn't matter in the end. It's just for fun. It's something I like to do for fun. There is nothing wrong with doing stuff for fun. If there is, then I wouldn't want to be on this planet. Not at all. That's why I love being around you all in Discord. You guys can handle my weirdness and me being me being an oddball leader in Shibuya. I like that. I love it. I wouldn't take it away for anything. Hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. No time for ratios, brother. So, apparently Spider-Man No Way Home came out today. It's a good thing I don't look at spoilers for movies. The only thing I look at spoilers for is mangas and anime, not for big fucking movies. The only thing I know about No Way Home is that the 3 Spider-Men are going to be there. Green Goblin from the Sam Raimi movies is going to be there. That's it. That's all I know. Hey, look, it's like Scythia. Shulk the power of the Monado. My Sword and Shield OC. Link. Melia. Bernie. So, and speaking of Bernie, the only 2 characters I've married in 3 Halo Craze, Journal drinking piss again. Oh, in 3 houses, I've only married 2 characters. I married Bernie, I married Lysithia and Bernie so far. Originally, I was gonna marry Marianne, but well, I ended up marrying Lysithia because I left it to luck, and Bernie because I wanted to make her happy. Oh, look, it's Edelgard. Ryan pumping his guns. Kira, my main. Mainly, my reasoning is that I'd rather see Manuela as an unmarriable cougar. In the same way how I think Dorothea would be if she didn't marry anyone. And I mean, literally, those 2 are flirts, and they probably would keep flirting with guy after guy, and not settle down. Dorothea, especially. Oh look, it's Pyra. Crap! I didn't even put Zelda up there on the tier list. That's another person I need to add up there. I didn't put Zelda there. I didn't put Samus. God, what the hell is my problem? Wait, I have a compromise. Check this out. Oh God, what the hell? I have a compromise. Let me do this. Okay, here's a bonus. Here's a bonus. Dragon Quest waifus. I'm gonna go in this blind. I'm gonna go in this blind and see what happens. These are all the waifus you got. I don't know any of these characters except for some. I'm gonna just speedrun this. You here. Maybe. That's Veronica. Gotta go there. Bianca. The priestess. No, that's Red. Someone else. Stella. I hated Stella. She's a female warrior. Put you here. Sabrina. Go. Here. I think that's Princess Medea. You go here. Oh hey, it's Aaron! It's Aaron from Dragon Quest IX. I don't know who that is. I'll put you here because you look cool. I mean, that's the female hero. I don't know who you are. That is... No, she's the one in charge of the job traders and stuff. Yeah. No. Patty! That's Patty. I'll put you here. I mean, I know that's Jessica. She's going up there in S rank. I know that. I mean, I've only played Dragon Quest 4. I've only played Dragon Quest 9, 8, and 11, and parts of 5 and 6. All these other characters, I have no idea who they are, except for some I've seen in Heroes too. I know she's the female hero from 3. I'll put you here. Elena. You go there. Playboy Bunny. Right there. Priestess. Jade. Come on now. She stops here. Bingo. There you go. That's the list. Done and done. Basically, I was supposed to do this during the Dragon Quest month, a few months in August. I forgot to do this, but here you go. Tales of... Brother, I've only played Tales of Vesperia. I can't do that. I can't do that. But this is a bit fun. Half-assing tier lists. Half-assing tier lists, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty fun. Which one? Which one do I do? I'll do this tier list and one more tier list, and I'm gonna call it a day. After that, I'm gonna half-ass one more list. Damn it. Okay, alright. I don't know this is what you mean, but what the hell is this? Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that list. No. No way. No way. I'm not gonna do it. Let's get controversial. Let's get controversial, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get controversial, guys. And this will definitely ruffle the feathers. Now this will definitely ruffle the feathers. Hey, let's go to let's be controversial. Yes, just right. Just right. This'll be fun. Let's get controversial. Let's have some fun. You got Higas first. You can go there. Ibiara. Obviously. Shidori. Chie. It's Eriko Kirishima. No, I'd be going to hell if I did that. Futaba. Luca. Come on, obviously. Kasumi. Now we're going to hell. This is fun. This is chaos. This is chaos. Look at this list so far. This is gonna be a train wreck. This is gonna be a train wreck, and I know it. Makoto's coming up next. Makoto's coming up next. It's all Persona waifus. All right, enough. Let's get done. Kasumi, you go here. Kawakami, you go there. No. That is Lisa Silverman, Maki, Makoto. Controversial! Makoto is not top tier anymore! Makoto is not top tier anymore! Makoto isn't top tier anymore. Makoto isn't top tier anymore. I am definitely going to hell. I'm definitely going to hell now. But this is fun. Man, this is great. The next character up is Margaret. S tier, brother. She's the best Velvet Room assistant. Speaking of the best, you get Marie. I'm gonna put you here. Nah, that's too easy. I'm gonna put you there between I and Kawakami because I actually kind of like Marie, and I mod a Marie server. And if I were to put her otherwise, I'd probably be fired. Maya, you were better than Aigis, but not better than Chie. Mitsuru, You're right there. You're a memorable teacher, Miss Torizumi. Obviously. Come on now. How many more do I have? Oh, God. I got Yukiko still left. I have Yukiko left. And if I have Sai left, Risei left, and Yukari left, I'm going to hell. This is fun. Cap, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is dumb. Why am I doing this? This is sacrilege. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. I don't care if this is sacrilege. At least you're better than her. She's pretty memorable. You know what? I'm gonna stop screwing around. Check this out. Sai Nijima is a better Nijima than Makoto Nijima. It's like, no. Makoto's better than Sai. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Saki Kunishi. You go right here. Makoto still top tier. Okay, I'll show you what I mean later. Just a second. Oya's better than almost any character below her. She's from the dancing game, so I don't know her that much. Her face got cut off too. That's unfortunate. I don't know who you are. Why are there two Yukikos here? Why? I mean, you have her post-Golden and her over there. I wonder why. Is there a reason why? Yukari is better than... She's not better than Mitsuru overall. Overall, she's also not better than Fuka. Now, let's put her up right there. I think this template was made before Sophie was made a character in Strike, before Strikers came out. But even so, they still have characters from the dancing series. Also, they don't have Hamiko either in this. Still, why are there two Yukikos? Why are there two Yukikos here? That's the question I want answered. Why are there two Yukikos? Why are there two Yukikos? There's supposed to be one. Why is Saki so high? To be honest, I don't know why. Let's put you there, Saki. We barely knew you for about like an hour of game time until she dies. Yeah, she's not up. She's Minako isn't up there. She's not in here. You have her. You have Persona 3 Yukiko and Persona 4 Yukiko. But why not have Minako there? Okay. Persona 3 Yukiko goes there. Regular Yukiko goes above. Right there. Risei's a better waifu than Chie and Kasumi. Come on, obviously now. Obviously now. I am a believer of chaos, but I'm not gonna put Takumi all the way down there. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. No fucking way. No fucking way. Yuka Ayase from Persona 1. Is she better than Maki, but not better than that Eriko? Maybe. I don't know. Yuka is literally the Kogal of Persona. Puts you right here. Yukino Mayuzumi. She's the type of girl that can kick my ass. Yumika. She's the type of girl that can kick my ass. Just because she can kick my ass, she can go right there in the lower beats here. Yuko Nishiwagi. You're better than the teacher, I'll tell you that. And then you have Yumi. Her story about her dad, I mean, they're the same. They're literally the same arcana. Time to troll. Behold the cursed tier list. The cursed tier list, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest flex in all of Persona. The biggest flex in all of Twitch. By the way, this stream is not sponsored by any NFTs. They fucking suck. Don't get an NFT. If you get an NFT, you're an idiot. Expelled? For what? For what? This is just a joke. But I'm also, you know what? Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I'm trolling a bit too much. There, are you happy now? Makoto's top tier again. She's not better than Margaret, that's for sure. And you know what? Just to be an asshole, I'm gonna put Rise Kuchikawa here. No. I'm gonna leave that there, as is. Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get canceled. This is fun. Better now? What? Putting I in B. She's one of the top ones. I mean, she's better than every other waifu that's not named Yukiko and not named Yukiko and Mitsuru. I'm leaving this as is. I'm leaving this as is, and I'm gonna see how much salt I get from the community. I'm gonna see how much salt I get. This is fun. I should do more trolling. I should do more trolls and stuff like this. I know it's a joke. All of this is a joke. Only you know that this is that this is a joke. Only you know that this is a joke. Only you know that this is a joke, and I bet no one else is going to realize that this is a highly crafted joke. I'm getting canceled. Time to see some salt. Time to see some salt. I can't wait to see all the salt go on right now. I can't wait. This is gonna be a big joke. Okay, in all seriousness, in all seriousness, what do you think of the list? In all seriously, what do you think of the list? Again, all of the all the Phantom Thieves except for Kasumi are top tier. All of them are. Only one waifu from each season and investigation team are top tier. Well, technically two, since Reset comes close. I'm gonna troll and put this on Twitter. I'm gonna put this on Twitter. Look at that clickbait title. Persona Waifu, no fantasy gone wrong. Time to save this. Time to go to hell. Hell beckons me, brother! Hell beckons me, brother! I'm definitely going to hell. I'm definitely going to hell for this. I'm definitely going to hell for this list. Not a serious list. Yes, give me everything you got. I'm gonna get casted for sure. Other than that, that's it. That's what. Nah, lie and say it's serious. I can imagine the salt if I lie. If I lie. Man, I can imagine the salt if I lie. If I lie. There'll still be a reaction. Damn.